Are you a starseed? And what are starseed traits? I have several traits written down here out of experience that I've had with working as a healer and working with hundreds of people and being a starseed myself. The trick is explaining what a starseed is. So I will read a few of these things or explain them. All of them may not pertain to you, but some of them may pertain very, very strongly. Okay, starseeds are really intelligent. We get it. We really get the big picture. We understand what's going on. And it's easy to see a starseed as a young child, because as a young child, you can see the wise, old soul eyes in this young being that just understands everything that's going on around them. And you can see that with an adult too. Starseeds, no matter what age, really understand within a few seconds or minutes, or they understand very fast. You can just get things really, really fast. I actually want to just read all of the topics and I'll go through them really fast. So, being really intelligent, very bright, get the whole picture. You understand people, that's a big one, and you're wise beyond your years. You understand people, but it doesn't mean that everybody understands you. And you might feel alone. And you are extremely sensitive, want to save the world and be of service in one way or another. Don't understand why we have wars or why things are so messed up here on Earth now, and knows that there's a better way. There is no doubt a better way, and usually us starseeds have plenty of solutions too. A lot of starseeds have blocks. There's a block, there's a fear, there's a holding back, there's something holding us back. There's also, this is for a lot of starseeds, there's low self-esteem. There's the not quite being confident enough, and it sounds funny, but it just seems as though everybody else can have more confidence, but me or starseeds, it ends up being that there's not quite that match. With all the wisdom, with all the knowledge, and with all the intelligence, there's quite the I feel I could do more, should do more, or it's just this low self-esteem is built in. And the last point is we have higher abilities. We're extremely sensitive, and we have developed abilities that could be understood as empathic, telepathic, clairaudient, clairvoyant, just really abilities that are kind of on the outside of the norm or on the higher level of skill in general. Some starseeds, like some starseeds such as my sister, just to give an example, have incredible ability in gymnastics and sports and physical and in arts and music. That is just a lot of skills that are coming in, and those are usually starseeds. My definition of starseed is a soul that has lived in another dimension, on a star, on a planet, in a different place other than Earth, and has lived in third-dimensional reality with tension, with challenges, and has overcome them, maybe going through a process of ascension, and now is here on Earth, which means that we kind of really understand third dimension, we understand this, and we have gifts to give. That's my general description of what is a starseed. So I just want to go describe a little bit more on each point. So again, I went on very intelligent, but that's because we've done this before. We've acquired a lot of skills before. We kind of know how to be in a body. We know how to be in the third dimension. We know how it works, and we've just had more experience than other souls. Now, I don't know how to describe other souls. I'm just focusing on starseeds. Let me get to the point of where we as starseeds can understand and empathize with everyone around us, with a king, a queen, a little child, people that are impoverished, people that are in all different situations. There's a great range of our empathic abilities. We get it. We get people. We understand them. However, everything around us seems to be pretty shallow and with lack of depth, with lack of perspective, with lack of spirituality. And therefore, a big trait for starseeds is that we might feel lonely. We don't really feel understood. We understand everybody because we have all these facets, we have all these dimensions to who we are with all this richness. We ponder deep thoughts. We're looking at the stars. We're wondering about where our soul will be after death, and in which dimension it will be, and how it will be freer and more expressed. So we have these profound things, but yet people don't get us. Maybe we're weird, maybe we're the odd ones out. There's an aspect of never quite fitting in, and here comes the point of a lot of starseeds feel alone. It happens pretty often that a starseed is born into a family that doesn't get them, so they might be the odd one out, and they might always be seen as different. So this is another reason for a starseed to feel alone. One of the bigger reasons to feel alone is that you really come from another place. You come from a higher realm where family, tribe, community is much richer than what we have currently available on Earth. There might be different pockets and places in different countries on Earth where that's more available, but not to the extent that it's possible in other realms and other places. So there's that loneliness factor. Then there's the point of wanting to save the world. And that's because there's many different souls on the earth right now. And each soul is living out a different soul mission. The starseeds all resonate with, I want to help. You know, things are messed up. I really want to help. This is got to change. This is ridiculous. Now, the reason why a starseed feels this way is because we have lived it, or we have seen it. We've probably had already a few lifetimes of war. We've already had maybe a few lifetimes of poverty. So we don't need to have that experience again. What might help some of us starseeds to know is that other souls need to experience that. It might be their first time. So to a certain degree, there needs to be maybe a little bit more acceptance. But returning to the point of a starseed wanting to save the world, we do come in with being able to help, being able to see, being able to empathize, and being able to be of a great light to people around us. I, for example, have done many, many years of working with the elderly, working with kids with special needs, working with people that I thought everybody else was neglecting. Why aren't we helping these people out? Why aren't we bringing them more in our community? So this idea of reaching out and seeing. The starseed is very perceptive at just noticing things that maybe other people don't, because they're in a less awakened state. So there we go. Let's get to the blocks. That's the part where I can help, or where anybody else, you can help yourself through this. There seems to be some sort of natural built-in mechanism to a starseed. Seems to be a block that is trying to help you. Let's say there's a fear of speaking up, because maybe as starseeds we might have been on this planet at other times. So for example, some starseeds might have been here in the time of the witch hunts, and we might have been light workers and medicine women, and just bringing in higher light and saying, hey, wait, we don't have to do things this way, we can do them this way. And being too much of a shaker and a mover, being someone that just shocks the current culture too much, and the whole culture goes against the starseed, or the light worker says, no, you can't do this is too much, and then killing them. So this is why there's this built-in block to a lot of starseeds coming in, knowing that we do come from a higher light, we do come from a higher place, and it is our desire to bring in more of this light to a planet that has a lot of darkness, that has a lot of challenge. So that built-in block is actually maybe an initiation, a way for us to kind of be quiet and not say as much as we know, and still figure out our surroundings of how is the third dimension being played out this time around. And for us to overcome our block, we literally have to learn how to come out of the closet, which means to step out and say, I believe in reincarnation. I believe I come from another star. I believe I come from other places. And I think I can help, or I think I can do, or just being really outspoken in whichever way comes natural to a person. And that is part of one's personal growth, one's path of empowerment in being a starseed. So it brings me to the last point of Starseeds have special abilities, what I call soul talents or soul gifts, something that we have built upon in other lifetimes. And that we've done it plenty of times in other planets or in other realms, that we're really good at it. For example, I love to paint, and it comes very easily to me. And so now I paint guides and masters and beings that I see in other dimensions. It's really hard to do. It's very hard to draw a portrait of something that you don't physically see with your eyes. And that's a great ability that I enjoy, and it also transmits their frequency coming in. So for me, it's like my images are portals, and they're a way for people to connect with their guides. Well, that's a great ability. Again, it took me a while to work with it, and so there's other starseeds that are doing similar incredible things, and there's other starseeds that are still discovering, what is my soul gift, what is my soul talent. For example, I also do energy work, and I have really strong visions. I've had them since I was a child, and I would do paintings of these visions of me being a healer, a priestess with crystals in my hand, crystals in my head, and just projecting energy and being in temples that would sustain this frequency and broadcast it, and being able to help masses of people to heal. So that's a soul gift of some other aspect of me, a parallel life or a past life, that I can tap into now and use. And but that has a whole technique. So that is a little bit on what I think starseeds are and the starseed traits. If you want to see more things, more of the energy transmissions that I do, go to galacticcrystalhealing.com. There's a lot of good stuff there, and thank you for visiting.